I mean, we just finished a talk here at the BoomTown Unite conference, and one of the things we use more than anything from you guys is your buyer and seller guides. I mean, those have been a huge help for us because now we're giving content to consumers. You know, when we meet with a buyer or seller the first time, we give them a guide. When somebody comes by our open house, we give them a guide. So those have been really valuable for us because most agents aren't doing anything like that, and your guys' stuff is updated on a quarterly basis, so it's more relevant. It's not just the same guide that people have been giving away for 20 years. You've got some more timely data in there, which people like data. People still like to read stuff, and they still like tangible things. And so when you give them that guide, that rarely goes straight to the trash. Plus it's nice, right? Like we put it on glossy paper, full color, like people almost feel bad throwing it away. They'll actually hold on to it longer. And so then they'll hold it, they'll put it on the coffee table or put it on the kitchen table and just periodically peek back at it, you know, and it's branded to us. And so it just helps us stay sticky with that person longer.
So we actually take the posts that are done every day and post them onto our Facebook page every single day because we want to make sure that we're providing valuable content, not recipes or things that are not relevant to what we're doing. So that's really important. And then taking the buyer and seller guides that come out that are seasonal and being able to leverage that into leads has been huge because it's easy, because people want buyers and sellers guides for no cost, no obligation, but then it gives us a way to reach out to them and not pressure them. We're there for the long term. So if they just want to ask a question, we're there to answer that question. When they're ready, we hope that we're the real estate professional that they choose.
We've had a couple different market shifts, and KCM has been ahead of every one. So that's kind of cool to have like because in real estate you hear, we were actually talking about this last night at dinner, you hear, oh, are we going through another shift? Is it this, is that? You kind of hear that all the time, you know, where are you really at? And it's like you guys have always been like on target and been ahead of it every time. So that's really cool.
So we were honestly struggling. We didn't really have a resource that we could use with consistent, reliable, and honest data. That's what we like about them, is that they tell us exactly where we are and what we need to hear, whether we want to hear it or not.
The monthly videos with all the stats and the infographics, I mean, those are gold. So to really get an update on a regular basis, what's happening, you know, nationwide with the market, because that helps me too, because I need to understand San Diego is somewhat isolated. It's unique from the rest of the country. So you guys are able to give me kind of a more national perspective on things that helps me have context, especially if I'm going to be at an event speaking to other people. I've got to understand, just because San Diego was down 25% in transaction volume doesn't mean other places, you know, had that same experience. So that's really helpful. And then just all the little graphics that you guys put together at KCM that I can repurpose for social media is huge, because that way it gives me or my agents content to put out on a regular basis, and we don't have to think, and agents don't like to think.
I would say that it's a really great platform to use for education, for educating our consumers, for educating ourselves, for having local knowledge, because we need to be experienced in what we're selling and what we're teaching, and it makes that part of our job easy.